This video contains subject matter that may be offensive to some viewers. Discretion is advised. The content is purely the opinion of Darrell D.GRAY and the OMC, Original Man Concepts brand. The ideas and statements expressed in the video should be considered mere opinions and editorial in nature. Any resemblance to individuals' real-life experiences or circumstances is purely coincidental.
No more pussyfooting around. Come, let's fight.
What's up, family? What's up, family? It's your boy D.GRAY back again, doing this thing we like to do. And I want to introduce my boy, my brother, my mentor, my, my kumpel from another mother, Mr. Unc Black, Frank Lack. Say what's up, Frank.
What's going on, brothers? What's going on, sisters? How y'all doing? Hope everybody's doing good out there.
You can get the biggest Chanel back in the store if you want it. I gave them the drip, they said it up, I got them on it. I bought a new Patek, I had to watch on some Tony. Taking these drugs, I'm gonna be up until the morning. It ain't your car, you can salute so you don't own it. If I'm in the drug, I got to perform it. If I can't just came in and out running. Stop the Lord, you shit, they all on us. I'm from Atlanta, where y'all.
Hope y'all have a good weekend.
Whenever I tell her to come, she come. Whenever it's
we gotta play something for the young people too.
Hey, take care of them, baby. Take care of them, y'all.
So what's up, baby?
Nothing, man. We gonna chop this up today. How's your weekend been so far?
So far so good.
Yeah. Yeah, we gonna get what say that again?
Weekend went by real fast. So
too fast, man. Too fast. Yeah, man, we about to get back into this grind, but there's a couple things that, I thought we might talk about. I was watching a show. There's a show that comes on HBO now. I just caught it today by this LGBTQ lady. It's a sister. And I can't think of her name right now, but she is hilarious, this sister. Let me see if I can find this show. But she brought up a good question. What do you think, Frank, defines what a coon is? Because we like to throw that word coon around very liberally these days. So what do you think is the proper definition of what we might call a coon?
Coon is somebody who is always laughing and skilling in white people's faces and doing just exactly what white people want to hear, saying what white people want to hear through the eyes of a black person. That's how I see it.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to find this while we're talking here. She brought up a good point that anytime a black person doesn't think in the same vein as the rest, like the majority of us, we tend to these days call them coons. So she made a point that back in the day, it was very easy to distinguish between a coon and someone who's, on point, someone who's on code, right? It was the ones that I'm going to be honest with you. When I was a young dude, I would have been considered a coon because I was really into what white folks wanted to hear and see. You understand? So as you get older, you laugh, but it's the truth. It's the guy. I grew up in Layton, Utah, for God's sake. Shit, I used to go down south to visit my relatives and be like, where are all these black folks coming from? That's how deep, bruh. That's how what's that thing from Get Out? That's how in the sunken place I was back in the day. So, but it was very easy to distinguish between you know, a coon and somebody who is, you know, on point. So she said that now it's just anybody who doesn't agree with the majority of the black folks, right? So in your opinion, and I know you have an opinion, who would you consider in the popular media as a coon today? And I'll tell you if I agree.
What's that brother, bro? That's a Republican.
Shit.
That's always smiling shit.
Oh, that I know who you're talking about. I know exactly who you talking about.
President Biden just did his speech, 100 days in office. This brother comes on right after President Obama.
Dude, I'm about to bring this. I'm about to bring this brother up right now.
Bruh starts really, to me, cool.
I'm saying,
what white people want to hear from, and they're gonna use him as a black man. It was just weird, bruh. It was weird. I was like, why would they put him on television right after President Biden spoke? And this brother is gonna come up. That's him. That is him. That is him. He look like a coon, bro. But he does. I ain't playing, bro, for real.
Wait.
Shit written up. See, make America great again.
Yeah.
What? Come on, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah, I can't. There's some more in here, but
what you do, bro? Put a good picture of him, bro. I want to not the side. I want you to see his front face.
Hold on, let me find this brother, man. God, I can't remember his name for nothing. Hold on. Here we go. I got you.
That's it right there. The perfect one. Oh no, you had it a few minutes ago. You had it right on point.
Hold on. Let me get him up. Let me get him up. Right. Or maybe I'll do this one. There you go. There you go. Yeah. His name is Tim Scott. Tim Scott. So you would consider him the epitome of a coon.
Yeah, I would, bro. Because he was all up in Trump's ass. I'm just being real with you. He was all up in Trump's booty, talking crazy. Then after President Biden did his speech, he gets on this television talking crazy again.
Right.
Stuff Biden is doing is going to work. Oh, and then go bring religion into it. And God bless America. If you don't get your ass off my television.
Now, I'm going to agree with you on this one. This dude is a cape wearing coon. Now, you know, there's a lot of black folks that don't like us saying that about other black folks.
I don't normally say that. I normally don't use that word.
Right.
But, bro, he be cooning, bro. This dude and he said it. He said, some people say I'm cooning. You think?
Yeah.
Bro, and a proud Republican.
Yeah, man.
Come on, bro.
And you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not really super, you know, into calling folks coons just for the sake of calling people coons.
Oh,
you see this?
I gave his girl a pass, the little young black girl.
Right here, Candace Owens.
Yes, because some of the things she was saying, bro, she had legitimate points, bro.
Candace Owens, right here.
Some of the things she was saying had legitimate points.
Mm-hmm.
There's another nigga, Coon. This damn Kanye West. Damn, bro, look at him. Why would he put on that damn hat, bro?
Bruh. Because honestly, he's too busy worried about wanting the white people to like him. But I'll give Kanye this much. Kanye knows where the money's at. Because if he can get these white folks to like him, they'll pay him for his cooning.
He's a professional coon.
He's a professional coon. I don't even know that he is in his heart a coon, but he knows how to play a coon. You know, he knows how to get paid.
Now the brother in the back, I never seen him.
His name is Will Hurd. I don't know that much about him, but apparently they want to call him a coon too. I don't really know that much about that dude, but I will agree with you that Tim Scott and maybe Candace Owens, because they have white supremacist talking points. They talk about certain things that make us look like we ain't, like black people could just do better. Like it's really just up to us. They take the blame off of what white people have done. That's a coon. A coon is somebody who will not hold white people accountable for their actions. Now, there's some people that will tell you that, you know, we talked about this in the last podcast that I have yet to post, but they talked about interracial dating is coonish. And what do you think about that? Do you think interracial dating is coonish?
I don't know.
And we talked about it in the last podcast because there's a different, you know what I hate about some black folks though? As soon as they
I mean, I don't understand. How would you say that's coon? You married?
Well, because they would say you prefer a white partner over a black partner.
Like you said, we talked about this last time. It's just who I fell in love with.
And especially if they let you be on code. If they allow you to be who you want to be. I have yet to post that. That video will be coming out. I have yet to post. I've been busy this week, but that will come out. You'll see what we were talking about. But my issue with any and all of that, when black people start talking about who you're dating and who you're with, in that regard, black folks have a tendency to boil everything down to who you're sleeping with. They always want to boil things down to what you do in your bedroom as to whether or not you're on point. You know, now I have my own belief systems about, you know, sexual preferences and all this other nonsense. But let's say you have a gay person who's all about black rights, all about being on point as far as getting black folks back on top of what they need to be on top of, not something else, not a distraction. I would not consider that person a coon no matter who they're dating, right?
Yeah.
But anybody who takes white talking points, and we know it's just to be liked or for money or whatever it is they're doing, to me, that's a coon. That's a coon. You have no connection with your people, none. And that's what I would consider a coon. Now, like I said, this young lady had a very good show. I wish I could find it. I can't find it right now. It was a funny show. I think that the subject matter was really on point as far as what the definition of a coon might be these days, as opposed to when you and I were coming up, we knew who our sellouts were. And we didn't really call them coons back then. We called them sellouts, right? And that's kind of where I'm at with that. So we agree on probably what the definition of a coon is. So we don't even really need to talk more about that one. But that segues into another subject that I wanted to talk about. We've talked about this before. And I'm about to plug something real quick. But before I plug this guy's stuff, I'm going to plug my boys. Hey, if you guys have not gone to PFC Transportation, pfctransportation.com, when you're traveling in the Denver metro area, you're not supporting black businesses. Listen, let me tell you guys something. If you want safe and reliable transportation in the Denver metro area, you're doing yourself a disservice if you're not using PFC Transportation. And I'm going to tell you right now, he's got some good merchandise out here. Right now, he is absolutely, positively selling some of the dopest hats you'll get anywhere online, anywhere else in the world. Is PFC Transportation. These bucket hats are fly as hell. Fly as hell. So when you go, you ain't got nothing else to do. You got about $40-something to wear a fly ass hat and support black business. I would tell you right now, go to PFC Transportation, or this is on that's on
Custom Ink.
say again?
Custom Ink.
Custom Ink. Go to customink.com and look for your PFC Transportation bucket hat and support Black businesses, people.
And you see who I'm patriot. Look at that. Look at that young man holding an American flag. That's a soldier. A soldier. You can't get no more patriotic than that.
Come on now, if you all about that American patriotic business, you got to get you a hat. Hey, and he's Black too. So if you're trying to be on code and be a Black American, African American so-called, go get your PFC Transportation bucket hat and support Black businesses. That's PFC Transportation.
Keep that sun out your eyes.
That's pfctransportation.com, pfctransportation.com.
Thank you, my brother.
You know how we do. You know how we do.
So, I love D. Here's my card.
Okay, they can't see that, Frank.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're gonna have to send that to me in a peg, and man, I'll put that up there.
I'm just like, you see.
I have to put that in post, but it's PFC Transportation. So go ahead and knock that out.
PFCtransportation.com.
Okay.
Or send me an info. Send me an email at info@pfctransportation.com. Thank you.
So the next time I'm traveling into Colorado, man, I'm gonna call you. You know, I'm supporting your business. What's that?
Transportation anywhere in the world.
That's it. Anywhere. He said anywhere in the world. So there you go. So now we're talking about Black business. I'm going to talk about something else that I think is very important, and we'll touch on this very, very briefly, and then we're going to move on to something else. I've recently watched a video, Frank, and I talked about this before from my boy. He's not my boy, but he's a guy that I follow on social media. His name is Tariq Nasheed. We've talked about him before, and the movie Buckbreaking has finally come out. It's been out a couple of weeks. It's like number one DVD selling on Amazon right now. Very important, very seminal movie. Listen, if you haven't watched it, you gotta go cop you one. You gotta go cop this video. I watched it the other day. It's about 2+ hours of nothing but educational material on the subject of buckbreaking. Now, if you don't know what buckbreaking is the effemination of Black men over time, over the centuries in this country. It talks about the systematic effemination and oppression of Black males in America. This video right here is something that we all need to take the time to watch. This should be curriculum in schools right now that talk about the war against Black men. It's called Buckbreaking. You can get it on DVD. And I think right now, if you go to buckbreaking.com, you can stream it. I'm telling you right now, this is going to go down in history as one of the best movies about the oppression of Black males in America. So go to buckbreaking.com, and I'm not getting paid for this, guys. That guy doesn't even know me. This is how important I think this video is. This guy doesn't even know me, but this is how important this video is. It's called Buckbreaking by Tariq Nasheed. Go out and check it out and cop your copy. And I would tell, hey, white folks, it's probably good watching for you too. So, what do you think about the subject of buckbreaking?
Bro, there's a lot of different ways to put that in today's society with these young cats.
Yep.
It's a lot of ways. My boy was telling me, bro, last night he was outside smoking a cigarette. And all of a sudden, gunfire. Bullets. Shoot past his head. And this cat stays in a pretty nice neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
it's ridiculous, but these young cats don't care no more, bro.
Right.
They don't
Well,
have. They just don't care about life in general, bro.
Well, it's the confusion. It's the confusion. Remember, we talked about this before. And people can get mad. I don't care if they get mad. I don't care whatever they say. The reason why our young soldiers, our young lions out here are acting this way is because most of them didn't grow up with their fathers. Right? And they take on effeminate traits where they don't know how to argue. They don't know how to resolve conflict. They don't know how to de-escalate. Because you notice, honestly, and women can get mad at me if you want to, it's hard for a woman to de-escalate an argument. You know that most women get to a point and they want to continue arguing and it escalates. They don't understand how to be a warrior and de-escalate. You know, as we were soldiers, and if you watch the news and ceasefires in Israel and all this other stuff, men at some point know how to de-escalate conflict.
Walk away.
You understand? Sometimes real warriors understand this is not, we'll come back and fight again another day. Am I right? So you got our young soldiers out here that don't have the skills to de-escalate because they weren't raised by a man, a real warrior, to teach them how to cease fire for now, how to pull back and fight again another day. It's all or nothing. You understand? Yeah. That's just like you said, Frank, that's a part of buckbreaking. Uber violent. Uber in their fields. Take disrespect. I feel disrespected. How often has your girl, your wife or whatever felt disrespected over some shit? You're like, you're disrespected? I didn't know you were disrespected. I didn't know that would disrespect you. You understand?
Word.
It's an effeminate trait that we need to get out of. How about not forgiving one another? How about not learning how to forgive one another? That's an effeminate trait. Who hates women more than other women?
That's a fact.
Not learning how to forgive. How many arguments have you and I been in over the past 20-something years, Frank?
Not many at all.
We've had about 4 or 5 real good ones. Yeah. But what do? Because we know how to de-escalate.
Let's come back.
You got young men these days that don't know how to. That's buckbreaking. That's an effeminate trait. It's the effemination of black men. We ain't going to get too far into this because I'm probably going to have somebody text me or message me and say some silly shit because now it's going to be an attack on black women and women in general, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's not what we're doing.
That's a red herring. That's not confusion. So go out and get that movie Buckbreaking, watch it or stream it. I'm telling you, the dude, I don't know the dude, but this is a very important movie, believe me. And one last plug before we move into the topic that we really wanted to talk about tonight. But I'm gonna do one more plug, guys. Listen, you want to talk about buckbreaking? Let's talk about the book that I wrote called Sourfield. Okay, it's a guide to surviving in a dominant society. Can you see that? I've put out a couple of videos trying to support my book. I have a couple books. We'll talk about the other one next time. But to stay in the same vein, how to survive in a dominant society, this book talks about basic skills that we need to have to survive under white supremacy. These are very practical and pragmatic skill sets that you can start instituting tomorrow.
Is that on Amazon, brother?
That's on Amazon, right? You don't have to go march down the street chanting out, "We shall overcome," right? You don't have to donate a whole bunch of money to the United Negro College Fund. Is that even still a thing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't have to go out here and buck up against, these race soldiers, police officers. You don't have to do that. These are practical, insulation type skill sets that you can start that you can start manifesting tomorrow. So go out and get my book. It's a short book, easy read. Sour Pill, A Guide to Surviving in the Dominant Society, on Amazon, right? And it's on Kindle too. Support Black writers, support Black bloggers, support Black business, guys. We have product out here. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Last but not least, let's talk about our boy Kwame Brown. Now, if you guys don't know, Kwame Brown is a basketball player who in 2001 was selected #1 overall to the Washington Wizards. Michael Jordan played on the Washington Wizards around that time after his comeback from baseball. And he was selected #1 overall out of high school, which was unprecedented. The first #1 pick right out of high school. They had high expectations for this young brother. However, this young brother didn't have that the career that they thought he would have. He was considered a bust, as we say in the vernacular in sports, a bust. So let's fast forward to 2021. He's no longer playing basketball, of course. You have a podcast that's pretty big on on YouTube and whatever. And I think it's called All the Smoke. Am I right, Frank?
Yes, sir.
All the Smoke with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, right? These are former basketball players in their own right. Pretty good players. But recently they decided that they wanted to put Kwame's name in their mouth. So what's ended up happening is Kwame came out, this brother came out on fire. You know what I mean? So much so, these brothers kind of tucked their tail in. Now, Matt and Steven tried to come back with their little comebacks. Ether, bro. I'm so excited to hear what you got to say about this.
Man, let me tell you. Kwame Brown did the damn thing. Because, bro, the NBA, when he came into the NBA in 2001 from straight out of high school, the NBA was making a change. The big man wasn't dominant anymore in the NBA. It was turned into a lot of guard play, which it is today.
Which, was the advent of what changed that was the triangle offense.
And that's what I was about to say, my brother. Exactly. And then he went under the leadership of Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Two authoritarian figures. Do as I say. And this brother was quiet all these years. He did what these people asked him to do. Did what they asked him to do. Bro, he did 12 years in the NBA.
I was just about to say, Frank, that brother played 12 years in the NBA.
So how was he a bust? He bought his mama a house on the golf course. How was he a bust? And then these two idiots will get on the podcast.
Them and that Jenny Bus lady, the Jenny Bus lady.
Well, that's a part of that Buckbreaking shit, bro.
Exactly. Exactly.
Their butts breaking. These two fools here, one want to be a thug, and the other one thinks he's a thug, and gonna get on here and try to backlash this dude, Kwame Brown, bro. And he brought, like you said, Darrell, he brought that ether to that.
Ooh. If any of y'all have watched any of those videos, he's got like about 15 of them bad boys right now.
Bro, it was so funny because to me, he was talking like he was somebody's uncle from down south that you did not want to mess with.
All praises.
Like, bro, you was like, bro, this dude, he would go to your ass.
Which is what Charlemagne, the God from the Breakfast Club, was trying to say. And his ass got that work too.
And there's Ethan too. So if you haven't heard any of these videos from Kwame Brown, you need to go on YouTube and check them out.
You need to go on YouTube and check them out.
And I'm telling you, at first people say, "Oh, what are you talking about?" Yeah, he went personal. Anybody know me? If you Jones with me, I'm a bad dude. I'm going personal.
I'm gonna get you off me.
I'm gonna get you off me. Ask any of my friends. They're no boy, Frank. Boy,
Don't fuck with Nitty like that, bruh.
You don't hear me.
Hey, you better not say that to Nitty, boy.
Bruh, he gonna go personal.
Hey, Frank go get you off him.
Have you crying? I'll have you crying.
You're like, what? I told you that in confidence. You be clutching your pearls like, what?
Yeah.
What did you just?
I told you that in confidence. Yeah.
Hey, and bet not get brolic. Bet not get brolic. Yeah, nigga, I said that shit.
Yeah. What you want to do? That's like that man, like a man from what was that, bro? Minister Society. When he told our boys,
what you gonna do?
You gonna shoot me or something?
No, just like this. What you gonna do? Oh, bitch, yeah, motherfucker.
Oh, shit, that shit was funny, yeah.
Hey, I can see. This is exactly how you would do it too. Yeah, nigga. So what? That's you right there. I said it. So what?
Yeah. So
that's you right there.
Yeah, Kwame, he went in on him, bro.
Bruh.
And he had all right to, bro, because like he said, bro, he was a young boy going into the NBA. And bro, they didn't work with him like they should have. They wanted him to be a dominant big man. And like I said, the NBA was changing in 2001. There was no more Shaqs. Tim Duncan and the Admiral changed that.
Tim Duncan and the Admiral were different big men because they had a perimeter game.
They finessed you, bro.
They had a finesse game.
Yes.
That's the big man. They changed the game in that regard. The post up dude. The Barclays and the who else? Right. That shit went away.
All that went away.
You know, and so what Jordan was trying to do with him was trying to make him a perimeter guy. He wasn't a perimeter guy.
Oh.
But even further, let's even get to a personal level. We all know that Jordan was an asshole.
Yeah.
You watched the show.
Yeah.
The video. What's the name of the thing he just did?
Sorry, people.
Golly. The documentary that won all them damn awards. I can't think of it right now. We all know that Jordan's kind of an asshole.
You know, kind of. He wasn't no team player, bro.
No. And furthermore, let's see, you hit up on it. This man played 12 years. How many I don't care if he was a number one picker or not, how many busts played 12 years anywhere? So you can say whatever you want to say. Now.
And all he wanted to do was be left alone.
Leave me.
And then these dudes come and bring up this stuff on this
They
dude
keep doing it.
with this white lady.
And I think that's what pissed him off the most.
Yeah, that's what.
Out here with this white lady.
Yeah,
running your mouth.
yeah.
That's
they paying you to clown me.
yeah. Fuck you. How about fuck you? And I'm tired of listening to it. I'm sick of it now.
Because one thing Skip and Shannon said was, "Have you ever heard this dude give a? Have you ever heard him talk?" And I'm like, "No, I ain't never heard Kwame say nothing wrong, nothing bad. I've never heard him say anything, bro, anything at all." So when I was sitting there looking at his video, I was like, "Whoa, is this really him?"
That brother kept quiet. He still got his money. He still got money. Leaving people alone. And these clowns and Charlemagne, who tried to low-key say that he comes from a murderous family. Charlemagne sometimes he needs to shut. Charlemagne be not even sometimes. Sometimes Charlemagne talk about shit he ain't got no business talking about.
But bro, on that aspect, his father and his brothers are ruthless, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. And for him to not go on that side of the family, that's a positive thing right there, bro.
But if you really hear him talk, he really he doesn't own any of that from what his father did. Like he don't own any of that. He's actually trying to get away from that.
Yes.
You know? Let me see. I'm trying to pull this up, but I'm having I'm having an issue here.
What his father and his brothers did?
Yeah, he's like, that ain't me. That's somebody else.
That's right.
You know? But you know how we get. We wanna clown. We think it's funny because you know what it is. You thought he was a bitch.
Yep. He said he used to go to school with no shoes on, bro.
Walking down the street with no shoes on. They thought he was a bitch. Now they ain't got too much to say. And you know, Steven Jackson's supposed to have this whole persona that he's some kind of thug ass. What is he? A blood or a Crip? I can't remember which one. Trying to be all street and bloody and blood and gangster and gang and all this other shit. And your boy Matt Barnes supposedly beat up your boy. What's his name? For over some female.
Derek Fisher.
And Derek Fisher said, "Nah, all he did was do a lot of woofing." You know how when somebody get in between you, you get all animated as soon as they let him go. You know, they kind of calm the fuck down. So Matt Barnes is trying to play. He called Matt Barnes a glow stick.
A what?
He said, "With your glow stick ass."
A glow stick. Everybody knows that is like a Kim light.
Glow stick ass. What'd you say he called him?
Becky with the good hair.
He called Charlemagne patch eye or like some kind of raccoon. Nigga, that shit was hilarious.
He was going in on them dudes, bro.
Bruh. I gotta give, man, let's all give a drink. I'm gonna give a shout out, a drink to Kwame. Man, don't let these niggas get it. Man, get them off you. Shake them off you, man. Get off me. I bet you.
Bro, you trying to clown another brother, bro.
Another grown ass man. They gotta be damn near 50 fucking years old.
Yeah, I ain't down with that, bro. You trying to clown another brother.
Bruh, you got to be about 50 fucking years old. And then you get in front of some white folks. And then you got jokes.
Jenny Bus.
And if he was like his pop, you didn't give a fuck. You know? No, man, leave. I'm done with all the, you know what gets me, man? You would think with age comes wisdom. These dudes get in front of that camera, Frank. They get in front of that camera and they lose their ever-loving mind, bro. You know what I'm saying? All this attention, all this attention. I got to say this. I'm gonna say whatever. Not thinking you dealing with a grown ass man. I bet you they don't say nothing else. I bet you they don't say nothing else.
Suffer the consequences.
And I've listened to the Breakfast Club the entire episode, and they didn't. Well, let me. I was quick on. I didn't listen to the entire. I listened to most of it, and they didn't say nothing about him.
Right.
He ethered DJ Envy, he ethered Angela Yee, and he ethered Charlemagne's ass too. That even Charlemagne put a cease and desist order on his ass. There's a video about that.
Tell them what that is, Darrell. Tell them what a cease
and desist order, it compels somebody not to speak anymore about a certain subject. So allegedly, Charlemagne had sex with a minor, allegedly. Ooh. And he was up on the, statutory rape charges, ooh, which carries prison time, but.
And Kwame brought that up?
Day one. The first video about Charlemagne. Yeah, I don't even know why you got my family's name in your mouth and gonna associate me with other shit. And then he went in on him about why your ass ain't in jail. How come you didn't get me too'd? You know what I'm saying? And so what happened with Charlemagne, apparently he pled to a lesser charge to contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Right. And it all is true because I think Charlemagne has talked about it. He only brought it up because Charlemagne had talked about the fact that he had put some in some girl's drink, allegedly, and had sex with this minor. So now he didn't do any prison time. Nothing happened. But people know. So he was wondering why Charlemagne ain't fired.
Somebody gonna say something about that.
Well,
it ain't over.
Hey, I watched the entire episode of Breakfast Club on Friday, just waiting to see what Charlemagne was gonna say. If he's gonna give him donkey today, he didn't say nothing.
And that's how they got Uncle Bill.
Who? Oh yeah.
That comedian, that comedian was joking about Bill Cosby, and next thing you know, all that shit came up.
You talking about the dark black cat? He's funny. What's his name, man?
Yeah, bro. You know about Uncle Bill, then all of a sudden, bro, that stuff came up.
Hold on, let me look this up.
I know the dark comes out in the light. Brodus?
No. I'm gonna bring it up. He's funny too, but I'm gonna tell you another thing. You ain't seen that brother in much of anything since.
No, not at all.
Yeah, you can be funny all you want to, but how many stand-up specials have you seen from this cat? What's that brother's name? Hannibal Buress. Hannibal Buress. Yes, sir. Hold on a minute, guys. Hold on a minute. We in this video thing, we bring up receipts, baby. Hannibal Buress.
Meaning Hannibal calls Bill Cosby a rapist or stand-up set. See, that's it.
That's what started it back in 2014.
That's what started it.
See, y'all don't understand that that was one of those secrets that they had in Hollywood back then. Everybody knew that. You and I don't know this, that Cliff Huxtable was spiking people's drinks. You know what I'm saying? That was a known thing in Hollywood. Hannibal Buress, he snitched. If and I don't believe that Bill was doing this, but if Bill was actually doing this shit, right? He's where he's supposed to be.
Dry snitched on Bill.
Say what?
Dry snitched on Bill. I don't think he knew that all this was going to happen to Bill Cosby.
Because he had been getting away with it, apparently.
No Bill was gonna get hammered.
Listen, me personally, I'm incredulous.
But you know what? I'm glad, bro.
What's that?
They left this man's family alone. Camilla.
I mean, what were they gonna do?
I'm just saying, bro. They didn't like focus on her, and you know, after they didn't crucify his ass.
Listen, man. I'm incredulous, man. See, I'm different. I'm a different breed of dude. I don't believe OJ killed that lady and that dude. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And I don't believe that Bill Cosby was throwing drugs in people's drinks and having sex with them. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
You say you don't believe OJ. Look, if OJ didn't do it, he knew
OJ did not kill that lady.
Like I said, if he didn't do it, he knew about it.
OJ Simpson was innocent.
No.
Okay. No, bro.
Darrell, OJ riding down the boulevard in a Bronco Jeep with a firearm sitting in the backseat too. Don't kill him,
Because he knew how California is.
He knew that.
He knew how California is in the 80s, nigga.
Yeah, he bro.
His ass was going to prison regardless.
Took his ass over to the Nicole's house and
You stupid nigga. He didn't do that. He didn't do that. Bill Cosby didn't do that. That's a whole different story, bro. He didn't do that shit. But again, all that to say, Charlemagne was running his mouth like he normally does, trying to be the shock jock. He's trying to be what's the guy, the white guy? Stern, Howard Stern. He's trying to be the Howard Stern of black folks. We don't need a black Howard Stern.
I agree with you on that.
Why do we need a black Howard Stern?
But I mean, some things Charlemagne say make sense though. I'm not saying everything that he does is prolific, but bro, some things he says is.
Let me tell you something.
To it, bro.
Now, let me tell you about something. Charlemagne is a shithouse philosopher. It's easy to say what's popular. It's easy to say. So, I don't believe that black folks should be fighting for LGBTQ rights. I just don't believe that that's where we need to be focusing our shit. I don't give a damn who you have sex with. I deal with that Bible. That Bible says one thing. My fight is not with you in the Bible. My fight is what's happening to black folks right now. You got to deal with your God at the end of that. So I don't even get into that. That ain't my thing. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Charlemagne's the type of person that will cape for gay folks because it's popular to do. He doesn't care about gay people. He doesn't care about gay people. You understand? He doesn't care about gay people. So stop faking the funk like you care about gay people because you don't. He just likes to say stuff because he can put two sentences together and they sound nice. Everybody should be able to do whatever they want. Everybody should be nice to each other. Everybody should go get mental health. Go take care of yourself. Never saying anything. The only thing controversial he ever says has to do with sex and somebody else's bullshit. Charlemagne is a shithouse philosopher. That's what he is. He's a brother, not like me. He's some other brother that knew some people and got a real good gig, bro. That's what that is. That's what that is. He just says he got famous saying shocking things in our community that people just don't do.
In the hip hop community.
Yeah, man. He's not even a DJ. He's just some dude that says weird shit. It's not that I hate Charlemagne. I think Charlemagne don't hate the play, hate the game. I'm glad Charlemagne has had the success he's had. But you can't just keep saying odd shit and think nobody's gonna challenge you physically on it. Because we do have people out here that don't play that shit. And it's never anything. He talks about white folks, and I don't care that he sometimes trashes white folks, but sometimes you got to have some, like, you're tone deaf. You ever know somebody that just doesn't know when to shut the fuck up, like I'm doing right now? I don't know when to shut the fuck up. I'm just talking, you know?
Word.
So I salute, I salute Kwame, man. Hey, man, don't let these motherfuckers get in your ear, bruh. Get that ass. Get them off you.
Yeah, I gotta salute Kwame on that shit too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
grown ass men running right here gossiping about somebody on. Man, come on, man. We got enough enemies out here. We don't need us being enemies.
Gotta check on my boys to see what they felt about this.
Who?
You like Gilly the Kid and my man? Got his name. Sorry, but I know it's Gilly. Gilly is one. They got a podcast about something like that. It's called.
Yeah, I'm gonna start watching that because I haven't watched that yet.
It's dope, bro. It's dope.
So
yeah. So
what's up?
Yeah, man.
Hey, you know what time it is?
What time is it, G?
It's time for words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom.
What you got for us today?
Words of wisdom, bro. Hey, bro. Be careful who door you knocking on, because you don't know who's gonna come out that door, bro. Hey, bro, that's exactly what they did to this Kwame Brown. I hate to say keep knocking, bro, beating a dead horse, but bro, that's exactly what they did, bro. What's that old saying? You done woke up sleeping.
You woke up asleep. The Americans said after at the beginning of World War II, they no, not the Americans, but the Japanese said, we think we have awoken a sleeping giant.
Right.
After Pearl Harbor.
Yes, sir. And that's what Kwame Brown was. He was quiet. And y'all sat up there and, bruh, lit this man on fire.
Hey, and he's good at it too.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And that laugh would get me, right?
You gonna get some of this mama's cooking. You gonna get some of this mama's cooking.
Yeah. You watched more than I did.
Bruh, I spent all of Friday.
After I told you about that.
After you told me about what? Kwame?
Yeah.
No, nigga. No. I was watching that. That happened early in the week.
Okay.
When you said it, when you brought it to my attention, I had already gone down the rabbit hole.
Okay.
I'm looking for Charlemagne. I wanted to see what Charlemagne was going to say. He went on Stephen A. Smith too, and you know that Stephen A. ain't said shit either.
And that other black lady, bro. I hated that he went in on her though, Jamil Hill.
Yeah. Boy, you better back me.
I kind of hated he went in on her.
Oh, bruh. I love it, boy. I love it, Frank. I love when you take a bully down, bruh. Take a bully down, bruh.
He did, bro.
Oh.
So just, bro, to all you young kids out there, be careful. Be careful who you jonesing with or who you snapping on. That's what we say back in New York. Be careful who you snapping on. Did you know if that next person can snap?
Bruh, I told you.
Some people are really good at snapping.
Bruh,
I'm really good at
Me.
snapping.
You don't want to come at me. Let me tell you this. I remember coming up, bruh, them things would start out light and turn into a fight.
Yeah. Hey, man, let me step away for 1 minute.
Huh?
Let me step away for 1 minute. Keep talking.
Anyway, listen. Y'all, he said his word wasn't, I'm going to say mine. Listen. you need to make sure that you're fighting the right fight. There are certain fights that we should not be dealing in at all as black folks. We picked the wrong fights. This Kwame Brown thing is exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. Um, if your mindset is the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start bad mouthing another black man for any reason, you better make sure you got your facts straight. You better be doing it from the right mindset, because it's not something that we need to do. It's not something that's going to further us. It's not helping us. If you decide that you're going to sit your behind down there and say something really crazy about another brother or another sister, you better make sure you got your ducks in a row. I'm a firm believer that there's a war against black men. Sisters will tell you that it's sisters too. The sisters got their own thing. The sisters, it's a war against sisters too. But you know what? On some levels, we're fighting y'all too. We're fighting y'all too. You know? You ever heard of divestment? The sisters are starting this movement of divestment where they're not dating black guys anymore. You ever saw that? You saw that, Frank? There's a whole thing. Not that it matters to me because I'm dating a white girl anyway, so it doesn't matter right this second. I mean, you know. But there's this whole idea that they don't even deal with brothers no more. And they're selling us this whole idea that a white black woman with a white man or a black woman with an Asian man is better than dealing with us. If that's what you want to do, but do it for the correct reasons. Listen, there's no reason for us as black folks to be pitted against one another, no matter what your orientation is sexually or whatever your lifestyle is. There's a bigger purpose here, and that's to stay on code. That's to stay on code in the right way. That's my final statement on that. Stay on code, family. Stay on code. So, what you got for us, Frank? What you gonna play us out with right now?
Might not have nothing, brothers.
Nigga, we might just have to hum something real quick.
One of them weekends.
Our production value is getting better. It's gonna be better. We're gonna get better. He and I are gonna do some testing on this thing, but we gotta play some music at some point. You know. What you got?
Will not be nothing, bro.
Well, with that being said,
Alexa, play a hip hop song. Alexa on lunch break, bro.
Hey, with that being said, hey, Frank, we'll see you next week. We're gonna do this again next week, baby boy.
We just want to make it funny, man, because normally we would play some songs, but hey, this weekend we just wanted to make Alexa.
We're done. Hey, peace out, nigga. We'll talk later. All right, one.
That was really fun.